The Cincinnati Bengals have just made a massive move, and it has serious implications for the rest of the team. Welcome back into the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson Lokey. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Yes, I am watching the Reds behind me, so don't be distracted by that. I'm a Cincinnati fan, all Cincinnati. But we all expected this to happen. The Cincinnati Bengals have moved on from a player who we've been predicting them to move on from the very beginning of the offseason. Now, some people may say what the Bengals did was not right, and we'll talk about that long down the road. But the removal of this player impacts the rest of the team. One, the rookies, but also veterans who still need to be signed. So let's jump right into the report. Obviously, talking about Germaine Pratt. Cincinnati Bengals releasing veteran defender Germaine Pratt, who has been with the Bengals for a very long time. He has had some iconic moments with the Cincinnati Bengals, but he is no longer going to be wearing the stripes. Well, at least for the foreseeable future. The Bengals are officially releasing veteran linebacker Germaine Pratt on Monday, according to Tom Pesaro of NFL Network. The move saves Cincinnati $5.8 million in cap space after they added Demetrius Knight Jr. and Barrett Carter to the linebacker room in the 2025 NFL Draft. We'll talk about that later. The move comes just one day before the Bengals minicamp. Pratt most famously sealed the Bengals' first playoff win this century with an interception off of Derek Carr, why did I just blank, who also retired, which is insane. In the 2021 AFC wildcard round, he started 88 games over 6 seasons with 616 tackles, 7 interceptions, and 7 forced fumbles. Look for Knight to slide into the starting linebacker role alongside Logan Wilson, obviously. But the main thing to look at with this is the rookies, what it's going to leave with the rookies, and then Trey Hendrickson is the big impact with this cap space being opened up. But first, before we talk about that, let's just talk about Germaine Pratt. I love Germaine Pratt. My opinion has not changed from the very beginning of the offseason. Go watch the videos right after the or right when the offseason started, and now I was indifferent. If we kept him, I would have been happy with it or okay with it. If we released him like we did, I'm okay with it. I really like Germaine Pratt. I think he's done a lot of amazing things for the Cincinnati Bengals, but the contract he was on, the amount of money and cap space he was taking up was not equivalent to what he is worth to the Bengals. He was taking up a lot of cap space, and he was taking up a lot of money. He was leading the team in tackles, yes, but the missed tackles, he was top 10 in the NFL. He was getting slower. He was taking bad angles to the running backs. There's so many problems that you don't want to spend that much money on an aging linebacker. Those problems are not going to be fixed because how long he is into his season or his career. The fact that it's just going to get worse and worse. Linebacker is an extremely hard position to play, and it gets harder the older you get. So I think this was, in fairness, this was the right move for the Cincinnati Bengals. We all expected it. I thought it was either going to end in a trade. That's why I think the Bengals kept him for so long. A lot of people are kind of upset that the Bengals kept him this long and just released him. Now he doesn't really have much of a chance or as much time to go find a new team as he would have if they did at the beginning of the offseason. But I think they were holding him just in case somebody's linebacker got hurt and they were desperate and needed a trade. But obviously that didn't happen, so the Bengals have just released him. I think Germaine Pratt, for obviously all that he's done for the Cincinnati Bengals, he was the sealer of the game for our first playoff win in over 30 years. So obviously that will go down in history with the Cincinnati Bengals. But I think it was the right move to move on, especially with the guys that we brought in. Obviously Demetrius Knight Jr. from South Carolina and Barrett Carter from Clemson. Both of them were leaders on their defenses. Both of them are great personality guys and locker room guys, and they fit the mold of Al Gordon as well. They're both ball hawks. They're not just that true linebacker run stopper, which they do, but they also get after the quarterback. They make plays in coverage, which is the Al Gordon defense. He likes ball hawks, and that's what these guys are. Just to give a little bit of context for Demetrius Knight and Barrett Carter, Demetrius Knight Jr. in 2024, 82 total tackles, 57 solo, 1 pass deflected, 2 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 1 interception. Barrett Carter, 82 total tackles, 42 solo, 7 passes deflected, and 3.5 sacks. So both of them are involved in the pass game, and both of them are involved in getting after the quarterback, which is exactly what Al Gordon wants. So obviously, both of them are going to make a huge impact for the Bengals in 2025, but now that impact is just increased with the release of Germaine Pratt. Obviously, I think Demetrius Knight Jr. being the second round pick, he will be the starter alongside Logan Wilson, but Barrett Carter will get the same, if not just a little less, playing time than Demetrius Knight Jr. I expect both of them to have huge rookie seasons and play a big part and be key factors in the 2025 Bengals defense, literally like right away. And then lastly, what this does with the cap space is obviously Trey Hendrickson. This Trey Hendrickson contract saga has been going on for too long, and I think the Bengals were just waiting to see what happened with Germaine Pratt. If they traded him, obviously that cap space opened up, or if they released him like they did, that cap space opened up. So I think that's exactly what the Bengals are doing. I'm not an insider, so don't take this as the gospel. But now that Germaine Pratt is officially off the Bengals, meaning he is not taking any more cap hit, that frees up millions of dollars for the Cincinnati Bengals to use towards Trey Hendrickson. This money should be used to Trey Hendrickson. Get him on a contract. Extend him for another 3 seasons, and then we don't have to worry about it anymore. This is just taking up too much airtime and oxygen and livelihood of the Cincinnati Bengals. It should be done with. We have so many other things to worry about, like our defense that needs Trey Hendrickson to succeed in 2025. We need to worry about keeping Joe Burrow safe. We need to worry about keeping T. Higgins and Jamar Chase on the field at all times. We need to get rid of this Trey Hendrickson contract saga. Use the money that you just got back from Germaine Pratt, give it to Trey Hendrickson, extend him for 3 years, and then we're good. So that's it, just to go over through everything again. Cincinnati Bengals have officially released linebacker veteran Germaine Pratt. He's no longer the Cincinnati Bengals, opening up $5.8 million, almost $6 million in cap space, which can be used obviously for Trey Hendrickson. Be on the lookout, obviously, here at the Bengals Digest. We'll be talking about everything Cincinnati Bengals, and if something happens with Trey Hendrickson, we'll be doing it every single day, no matter what it is. Even if you guys don't want to hear about Trey Hendrickson, we'll talk about it because he's that important. But I think that $6 million will be likely going to Trey Hendrickson, so be on the lookout for that. And then also, another reminder, who will be replacing Germaine Pratt will be Demetrius Knight Jr. and Barrett Carter as well. I think both of them, once again, will have tremendous and significant status and impact to the Bengals 2025 defense, even though it's their rookie season. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Bengals Digest channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. We're on the road to as many as we can get. 2,000 now, I guess. I thank you guys so much for all the love you show on the channel. Now that I'm officially settled into my new job, into my new place, I will be on the channel more often than I have been the past few weeks. But me and Isaac, once again, will be talking about the Bengals every single day. If you love the Bengals as much as me and Isaac, don't forget to subscribe. Like this video, comment down below how you felt about Germaine Pratt being released and what you expect from Demetrius Knight Jr. and Barrett Carter. For the Bengals Digest channel, I'm Carson Lokey. Have an amazing day, and God bless.